Come on, you guys, let's show 'em how to party ponyville style. Come on, you guys, let's show 'em how to party on the go.
Hello, bronies and Pegasisters, and welcome to the Canterlot Voice, Canterlot.com's one and only official podcast. I am Nemesis Pony, and I will be your host for today's show. And today we are joined by a guest. He is a regular user of the Canterlot.com forums. I would like to introduce you all to the one and only Noctrix.
How are you guys all doing? It's great to be here. First show, hoping that this goes well, and I get the feeling that this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see how this works. All right?
Yeah, this is going to be so great. Now, let's see. I Am Pony has now finished.
I am the Iron Pony!
And it's a crying shame, because I really, really wanted to be involved, and I never got the chance.
Yeah, same here. I've just been on. Sadly, I've been on other bits of the forum, just having role plays and discussion. I never really got into the I Am Pony, but it looked like it was certainly something interesting. And
Well, I actually had a couple posts already pre-made. I was waiting on a character to get accepted. I'm still waiting on him to get finished. He should be ready to go right now, but that's all I've been waiting on, and but it hasn't happened yet. So I was kind of a little disappointed, but it'll be back next time, and well, all's fair in love and war, and the Iron Pony, and that's all I can say about that.
yeah, well, it did tie into the Olympics over here in the UK, which is now in the closing ceremony. I think that happened today, actually, but I didn't really pay attention to it. Okay.
On one hand, I mean, that's kind of good because, I'm kind of getting tired of seeing advertisements on YouTube for the Olympics because I'd actually like to watch the videos that I'm looking at. But on the other hand, it's also a shame because there's a lot of great athletes who are going to have to be going home without any gold or any silvers or any bronze or whatever they'd like. And but still, good on you.
Yeah. Congrats to those who actually won the some gold, silvers, and bronzes. Right. Whoa! Alright, yes, you did warn me about that. Yes, that just caught me off guard suddenly.
All right. Anyway, let's see. We got a rumor, possible season 3 images. What exactly have we got going on here?
Yes, over on Equestria Daily, the news came out of some possible leaked images regarding My Little Pony Season 3. And obviously the links will be in the show notes below this video and in the description section if you're watching this on YouTube. But the images go on.
Better be watching on YouTube. Just kidding. Go ahead.
The images we've got is let me just scroll down a little bit. Let's see. We've got what looks like the Crystal Palace thing, which was mentioned in them two songs. I mean that one song. Sorry, when they at Comic-Con, was it?
Yeah, I think that's right. Or was it BronyCon? I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't there.
Let's see, we got
sadly.
this big, what looks like a Crystal Palace type thing related to the Crystal Ponies, possibly. The other images, though, are rather scary in a way. Noctrix, are you looking at the link too?
I can. One sec, I'll bring it up. There we go. Let's see. We have a map of Equestria. Oh my God! It looks like Metropolis.
Keep scrolling down. There's something else you want to see right here.
Oh my! It looks like Rarity's boutique just got put through a tornado. Sorry about that, Phil the Time Wizard. But if that's the case, then good luck on you. And then there's.
Oh God! What is this?
No. You will not take my apples from me. No, you will not.
But
but then at the bottom we have more Trixie,
yes,
and that should make everyone happy.
Yes, Seth Isto is probably jumping for joy when he first saw this. Look at what she's wearing too. What's this around?
It's not a cloak or a magical hat.
Do you know what I instantly thought when I saw that?
What did you think when you instantly saw that?
Elements of disharmony.
Dun dun dun. I don't really know what that was, but anyway. Okay.
Let's move on. If you're a brony in the UK, like me, and if you're going to Buck, like I will hopefully, just waiting on the ticket really. Then a new promo got put up. I know it's late, but still, it's a promo for $1, and the link will obviously be in the description. And it's basically like it reminds me of the old Velvet animation that once was in that Pinkie Pie episode in season 2.
I'm not really. I really have no idea what this whole buck thing is, but I can immediately tell you that that whatever it is not what what is not what I imagined it to be as soon as I saw it at first. And I'll leave it at that.
Well,
Moving on.
right, yes, and over here in the UK, again, more UK news, the shirt store Truffle Shuffle picks up ponies and some new shirt designs which you in the UK can order and just reveal your broniness to this little country of ours surrounded
Now
by
I have a now I have to ask a question. Do you think that if I would go over to that store, if I would fly all the way over to the UK, about a 12-hour flight from where I am now, and I would go to the store, I would rip my shirt off, and I would just start dancing around crazy in public. Do you think they'd give me a discount, or do you think they'd hire the Royal Guard to chase me off the street? What do you think?
I think they probably do both. They'll give you the shirt and then
Yes.
they'll call the Royal Guard. And you
All right.
you can run away from the Royal Guard with your shirt going, "Victory!"
And that's probably what I'd end up doing. Yeah.
Oh.
It would, I'd get the Rainbow Dash shirt that said swag, and then I would wrap it around my head and just run around like Zoidberg. Whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway,
That would certainly be interesting. Oh,
yes, it would.
all right.
YouTube Gold, yes.
Right, we're going to move it on to the creative works section. Yeah, we have got quite a selection here. We've got, let's see, do you want to kick it off or shall I kick it off?
I'll go ahead because the first guy's a little bit of a friend of mine. We have Hellbunny's Dubstep. Listen, I'm not much of a fan of dubstep myself. However, I have to admit, this guy is pretty dang good. He updates his stuff regularly. It's fresh, it's interesting, and he's got quite a wide variety of stuff. I really enjoy listening to it. So does Artax, I believe. I'm not really sure. But all I know is that this guy has a lot of great stuff. He's always asking for requests for ideas, and he really, really, really appreciates a good fan base. And you know what? If you see him sometime, give him a hi. Just talk, and I'm sure he'd really appreciate it. I mean, most artists do. I can attest. All right. Moving on, we have Twimsy's Sketchpad. Holy mother of hot! This thing has like 90 comments. I'm not exactly sure if that's the amount, and not to mention it's also got a little bit of romance going on by the end of the thread between her and her hubby. I'm not exactly sure if that's the right word. No matter. Don't let this fool you. Twimsy, you are an absolutely phenomenal artist. You have your own style. You have your own little thing. Personally, I have favorited and saved that first image of yours saying, yes, but can you act? I love that, and I think that's amazing. And I'm not really sure if... do you have anything to comment?
I just want to make a comment that I have seen Twimsy's work across Canterlot.com since I've joined, and it actually gave me some inspiration to create my own work, which I've put up on my DeviantArt. But yeah, I just have to thank her for the inspiration, really, because her work is really amazing.
From the beginning of time, Twimsy Sketchpad has been giving inspiration to every user on the Canterlot forums. Again, since the beginning of time. How many times am I going to say this? How many times have I already said the word time? I think it's about 7 right now.
Yeah.
Get used to it. Anyway, next, we have Ace of Spades 1309, writing. Okay, I'm not sure if any of you guys know this guy. He's relatively new to the forums. However, he has posted up an entirely long fanfic. I think it's about 4 chapters in right now, and I've read through it, and honestly, it's a lot of good stuff. This guy also seems to be looking for some voice actors. I'm not entirely sure if he's looking at it for his own fanfic or if it's for another one. Can't really give any info on that, but he's really talented, I actually have to say, and I was kind of surprised because you start reading a fanfic and you immediately know whether or not it's decent or it's not decent. You can pretty much tell by the first chapter. That's how I've seen to realize it. But I don't know. There's something that just really, really hits me. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's magical. And yeah, check it out. Like he's got a really good thing going, and he I believe he'd appreciate any feedback you can give him. Again, any artist would. Um, you have any idea what's going on for this next with this next thing
I mean,
on the creative book list?
let's have a look. What's this? Photosh.
KIB Studios. Oh, that's right. I saw this earlier. KIB Studios is essentially a 3D they're a studio over in Poland, and currently they're working on making a live action pony video involving some regular normal actors who end up meeting some of the main six. Um, Granted, right now on the site, they're again fairly new. I don't think they even have 10 posts yet. I'm not 100% sure. Not like that matters. However, I do believe they're asking for some donations. I think some people have actually replied. I'm not sure if they've actually gotten any money yet, but I don't really think that's the point. They seem to have a lot of really, really talented crew on, well, a lot of talented people in their crew. Kind of screwed that up a bit. And um, I'm actually really interested to see where it goes because, I mean, they're Polish.
You can't go wrong.
Well, not just that, but just the fact that they translated their video to English so that people could actually understand what they were saying.
Oh, sweet.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, that is dedication.
So like they put all that work in for you. I think it'd be the least thing that we could do, that some of the Canterlot community or even just anyone could do to even help them out a bit. Because you know what, we never really know where this is going to go, but you won't ever know until it actually happens. And next in the creative works, we have general request. And whenever I say general request, I'm talking about one little subject that has seemed to just absolutely explode across the board lately. Do you know what that would be? No, you probably don't. That is called live stream.
Oh, live stream! It's so obvious.
Yes, it is. Live stream has become incredibly popular on this board lately. That's something that I've noticed with multiple artists trying to give themselves like a little voyeur experience as to what goes on while they're in the middle of their art sequences. We all know what you do while you're drawing, Crypt Child. It's not a bother to try and hide it. Wink, winky face. But I gotta say, like, a lot of the artists that are going on here, like, they're really talented, and some of them are just trying to hope for some feedback. Others are taking requests while they're doing in the middle of a live stream, and you know what? That's really cool. I don't know a lot of artists that would be willing to just completely go out and expose themselves. Granted, most of them don't most of them only record the screens, not themselves actually talking or anything. I've yet to see that at least. But I think it'd be pretty cool if there was eventually like an interactive live stream. But that's beside the point. It's everywhere, and I believe it's going to continue staying everywhere. And I'm not really sure there's anything that we can do about it. But I really don't feel like doing anything about it because it's just so freaking awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I've been to a few live streams myself and seen the work getting created, seeing how it's done. There's one person that she isn't a member of the forums, but I've seen her work as she makes it, and it made me want to buy a tablet and actually get going with some of my own work.
Really now?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually bought a tablet a couple years ago. It was rather sad. I got the Adobe Workshop that came with it. It was just a bamboo fun. It was just a general Wacom tablet. I got a pen, I got a mouse, I got every other little thing that comes with it. It was completely wireless. It was about $100 something. It came with Photoshop, CS7, everything that I could have ever wanted. And I didn't even use the tablet very much. I only used the Photoshop. It was rather depressing, and I'm sure that a lot of starving artists out there would have really, really wished that they would have had the same thing as I did. But that's beside the point. And I currently lost the software, and I'm too much of a goody goody to go pirating. So we're going to let that go by. All right.
Right then.
Artist.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover this. Sorry about that. See, our featured artist for this week is none other than drum roll. Purple Bird. Let's see. Well, Purple Bird has done some rather very nice pieces of work, and I'm just like going through the links now, clicking on them, opening them up, and I have to say her style is pretty interesting. I really like how she went about making these images. They are very nicely made. I've selected my 4 favorites, which is we've got Canvas Wiz, we've got Rigel Beauty, Rigel, Rigel, hope I'm pronouncing it either way is right. Uh, Rigel Beauty, Splatter Icon, and Thimble, and her pooches.
And the Poochies.
And the poochies. You listeners there, be sure to go and check out her work. Obviously, we're going to have the links to the images in the show note description under the video. And, well, yeah, go check her out because she has done some rather nice work and looks like she really needs the attention because there's like very little comments, and that makes me not a happy robot pony.
Never understood the whole robot thing, but that's a discussion for a later podcast. Now, I have to say, if there is one reason that everyone should be looking at Purple Bird, though, is that she is a fully working commissioned artist, and she actually was willing to give Canterlot a discount for any of her work. I'm not really sure how many other artists of her caliber can actually be able to do that. I mean, granted, all artists need some way. Every single artist out there has to have some means of getting by. And with the quality of work that she puts out, I really think it would mean a lot to her if some people would actually do some contributing. I've actually been considering doing it myself whenever I get a PayPal account set up. But I have a little idea going on in my mind, but that's, again, beside the point. Anyway, Purple Bird, keep up the good work. You're awesome.
Yes.
Moving on. Shoutouts. Okay, this is all for me currently. I would like to shout out a newer member that I have kind of taken an extreme liking to. Brain by Saucepans, or Saucy, or Sauce Boss, or whatever you'd like to be called. There is one thing that I think about you every single time that I see any post that you make. It involves me taking a pair of sunglasses and pulling them down to my nose and saying these 3 words. Mother of footnotes. Seriously, man, I love it. I absolutely love the way that you do that. I've never seen anyone do it before. It's completely original. It's fresh. It's awesome. And some of the stuff that you put down there is actually pretty funny. And not to mention, you have a very, very, you're very good at explaining things. You are rather understandable, and you're not too hard to talk to either. And if people do find it hard to talk to you, it's simply because all the things that are too hard to talk about are down in the footnotes. So it just makes it easy. I just wanted to throw that out there. Interesting guy. Give him a chat. Hit him up. Oh yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well,
now to the discussion.
Yep.
Go ahead, Nemi.
Oh, you've started calling me Nemi too. Terrific. Well,
Nemi.
that may change later on in a future podcast episode.
Which is exactly the kind of thing that I needed to bring up this next conversation. Everybody on the Canterlot forum, should Nemi change his last name, or not last name, what the hell? Should he change his username, there we go, to Mecha Shockwave? Think about it.
Yes.
Post your...
The reason I want to change to Mecha Shockwave is simply because I am known as Mecha Shockwave on DeviantArt, Twitter, Tumblr, Xbox Live. I am known as that name through all those accounts, and I'm still working on getting my YouTube sorted out with the same name. I'd just like to be known as Mecha Shockwave on every site that I'm really a part of, you know? But still, it wouldn't change my character's name. He'd still be called Nemesis Pony with a 3 on the end. But yeah, in the comments, you
commenting on Vinyl Scratch at all.
Yeah, like Vinyl Scratch and DJ Pony. Oh, I see what. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Just want to cast your vote. Just put what you want me to change to or what you want me to stay as in the comments. You know, I want you to stay as Nemesis Pony, or I want you to change as Mecha Shockwave. Just put the vote down and do a count next week. So.
Or, you know, we could pull something like Stephen Colbert and have like a completely random third thing that he'd be forced to change his name to if it got enough votes, like Super Bullfrog, or like crazy chick, hot 76. Talk to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Somebody make up a third option and everyone vote for it. Do it, please. Thank you.
Oh god. Right, moving on in the discussions. Noctrix, is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Well, currently I've been doing a little bit of research, and I found that apparently there's going to be a MLP MMORPG. Now, I've been thinking about that, and I think that would be a kind of a cool idea. Everyone would have the opportunity to create their own OCs. They'd be able to interact with them and stuff. However, I really don't have a very good mental image of me playing Spotlight, my OC, as like a level 85 warrior going and killing like giants and like abyss creatures and stuff like that. Like that doesn't really seem to ring my bell very much. It doesn't really work for me. I'm not really sure what these guys behind the MMO is working on, but that's what goes to my head. Or we could end up having like Star Trek or something like that. But let's hope it doesn't go that far.
Let's hope
Please,
not.
Celestia, please.
By Celestia's beard, if it ever goes to like Star Trek kind of thing, I'm just gonna be like, nope.
Nothing to see here. Jetpack out. Anyway, and then there's another thing I wanted to talk about, which has been a heavily debated thing on the forums. MLP Fighting is Magic. To download or not to download?
Didn't that like get like a thing get leaked about that?
Yes, it did, and that is why everyone got in a giant hissy fit about it. I myself have not downloaded it. I'm myself am being very patient. I've heard that there are some people who have downloaded it, and they didn't get very good responses. But in fair opinion, like not everyone is patient enough to wait for a game like that. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably going to get me through college. But like I think that people need to realize that it's a game, it's not theirs, it's not something that should just be distributed. They've been working their butts off on it, and I don't know. I think that kind of taking it and like leaking it out, I don't know. I just think there's something wrong about that.
Yeah.
I don't really.
I've not downloaded it too. I don't want to really, because it's just wrong. And whoever leaked it was shouldn't have leaked it in the first
Wasn't that like
place.
treason or something? Wasn't a part of the team and they like signed a contract or something? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah. I think it was something like that. Like broke the contract's little rule type thing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But still.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very long process. I definitely plan on playing either probably gonna be doing rarity. That's who I'd play. Yeah.
Oh, darling, that's smashing.
Oh, yes, including my hoof into your face. Take it.
Oh god.
And if
Really
if you're Fill the Time Wizard again, you'll probably be wearing socks while you play it. Nothing to see here.
Alright, well.
And for the record, no, we are not placing any guilt trips upon any of those who have actually downloaded the game. But yeah, actually, we are putting a huge guilt trip on you. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
All right.
Well, moving on, Noctrix, since you're hopefully going to be a new addition to our little podcast team, it's only natural that we give you a little small interview like Tin Can did with the moderators last week.
Moderators!
Moderators! Yeah. Anyways, gonna kick this off with Noctrix. Answer me this question. Who is your favorite pony?
Probably Pinkie Pie. It's either Pinkie or Rarity. Just because Pinkie's the most, she sings the most, and me being in the whole musical theater thing, that's kind of my department, so I have a lot of respect for it. And I also I really like Rarity's character just because it's all high class and it's all about, I'm a very fashion-minded person. There are certain things that I cannot stand. I'm also very obsessive about projects and stuff as she is. I don't know. I just really like her character. And plus white and purple are two of my favorite colors. So
Alright, that's pretty sweet. Next question. What is your favorite episode out of both season 1 and season 2? Any overall?
Actually, I don't really have a favorite episode, but I have a favorite scene.
Oh, what scene would that be then?
Okay, I'm not exactly sure which number of episode it is, but the scene where Zakora apparently curses the main six, and and Pinky is completely unable to speak. However, Fluttershy has been granted the voice of Barry White. Whenever,
Yes.
whenever Fluttershy has to sing the Bubbly Brew song, I must have watched that about 40 times while hardly being able to breathe because that's how hard I was laughing. It was probably one of the greatest things that I've ever seen on the show, and I'm sure that a lot of people would like to debate that with me, but it is what it is.
Oh, sweet. That is a good scene. All right. Moving on to the next question. How was your experience on Canterlot been? How has your experience been on Canterlot.com?
Very accepting community. Everyone was. I've yet to be involved in any kind of arguments or troll wars or anything like that. I've been. That's what I've been subjected to on a lot of sites. If there is one thing that I must say though that I do really appreciate about Canterlot, it's very Clopper friendly. I myself am not a Clopper, and I will not associate myself as a Clopper. However, the Molestia comics are extremely hilarious, but I think it's very cool how accepting, like more accepting that Canterlot is in comparison to some other sites. Like for example, probably one of my favorite threads to go on it would be Shy Shy's counseling thread. That's awesome.
Mm.
I'm not really used to a lot of forums that actually have a thread like that. And I don't know, Canterlot's a very homey kind of place. There are a lot of people that really just strike it off with you. I have a lot of friends, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm glad to. I'm pretty much the same here. I'm glad to be a part of this forum too and doing this podcast. Okay. Let's see. Have you ever been part of a different forum or a group?
Yeah, I have. For a couple years, I was on a website called Roleplay the Gateway, and that is where I spent about 3 years learning how to roleplay stuff like that. Now, granted, I must say it was a little different than here because all the characters are meant to be underpowered, while over there it was pretty much interdimensional war stuff like that. Everyone was like super powerful. It was absolutely ridiculous. So the transition has been a little interesting. I've also been a part of an advanced PvP for Star Wars: The Old Republic forum, in which I was just a general member. It was interesting, and on some other sites, I have also been I've been a mod on one site, and I've been a leader mod on another site,
Mhm.
and it was a lot of fun. It was something that I enjoyed doing. I didn't try to be too tyrannical,
Oh
but
dear.
you did what you had to do.
Okay.
Which I have a lot of respect for moderators just because of that. You learn what they go through. It's kind of a shame.
All right.
Major props to all the moderators and admins on this site. I'm definitely not trying to brown nose or anything. Wink.
Sure. Anyways, let's see here. Are there any favorite threads or subsections of Canterlot.com that you enjoy the most?
Creativity. That's pretty. I'm there all the time, and that's really all I can say about that. That's pretty much where I lurk. Whenever I get a character accepted, I'll probably be in the role playing stuff a lot, but most of the time it's definitely creativity.
All right, sweet. Right. Let's throw this one out here. If you were given a chance to work with Hasbro and the creators of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, what job position would you go for?
Uh, um, oh my, I would probably go for trying to be um, a voice actor. Maybe. I think it'd be something that I would be really good at. I may, but it's okay if that wouldn't be it. I'm sure it would all work out, and all the best parts would go to the right people.
No, are you serious? Of course I would be a voice actor. That is what I would do. Um, I'd probably also have a lot of fun if I could be on a write staff. Like that's writing is something that I also really enjoy doing. I haven't written any fanfics yet, but I think that I might have to eventually.
Mm.
But definitely in that kind of department. I I probably would actually enjoy being a singing voice actor more than like a standard voice actor, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right, since we're getting short on time here, last question before we move on to the cool stuff. Favorite kind of muffin? Go.
Favorite kind of muffin? Well, to disappoint you, no, I'm not going to say chocolate. No, I'm not going to say blueberry. And no, I am not going to say lemon poppy seed. To all of you who say that, find something original. My favorite kind of muffin was actually one that I had while I was over in Europe about a month ago. It was an orange cake in which it actually had like orange zest going through it. It had vanilla in it, and it also had cinnamon and a little bit of pumpkin. It was absolutely amazing. And if you've ever been to like Chili's or like McDonald's or something, you've had like the hot fudge that they have in their desserts and stuff.
Mm.
Well, inside this muffin was like a little molten core of like hot fudge. So it
Oh,
was orange and vanilla and cinnamon and hot fudge, and it was like amazing. And it was like the outside of the muffin was cool, and then there was a little orange frosting, and it again had more zest in it. And then on the inside, it was like really molten hot. So you really just had to grab a cup of milk. It was the best muffin and probably one of the best desserts I've ever had in my entire life.
all right. Well, there you go. That's the best type of muffin now. It is law. uh, right. Well, we're approaching the end of the show now, and we've got one last thing to share, and that is the cool stuff. Now, of course, we share anything that we think is cool across any fandom and anything like that. And for you listeners, my cool thing is not Sonic related this week. I know.
What?
I know,
Oh my
right?
god!
I'm supposed to be Canterlot's resident brony Sonic fan, and it's just gone all gone out the window. But anyways, my cool thing was a video that got an honorable mention in one of the top 10 brony videos that you find on YouTube. And it's basically a music video of a song that was called Ring a Ding Baby. And it's Spike with that gem encrusted red bow tie he got once in an episode by Rarity, and he's just singing this song with Vinyl Scratch and Pinkie Pie in the background, headbanging or playing music or doing some backup lyrics and stuff like that. And overall, the video was very nicely made, and I loved listening to it. I think yesterday I listened to it like all day, non-stop.
And you gotta admit, that bow tie definitely makes Spike a pimp. So all of you ladies out there, you know who your new daddy is.
Spike with that
And
bow tie, with that hat he got when he got greedy.
oh yeah, that's right. Talk to Mr. Chippy about that. What I have under my cool thing is the new Kingdom Hearts game. It's going to be coming out. The link that's provided right there is pretty much for the YouTube advertisement for it in English. Yes, that's right. I said English. It's not in Japanese this time.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm saying this as my cool thing because I have a little bit of a score to settle here. Rosewind, I know you're listening.
Oh God.
You may have taken Excalibur from me, but I saw the Keyblade in your profile. You can have Excalibur, but you are not taking Kingdom Hearts from me. And I refuse to let that happen.
Oh.
Have a nice day.
Oh, it's all gonna go down. There's gonna be an ultra major conflict. There's gonna be nukes going off, and then that stuff is gonna happen.
Yes, it probably will. And you know what? It turns out Rosewind's going to be the president's like daughter, niece, grandma, something, and she's going to have access to all the nuclear bombs in America. And I'm going to get lit up in a couple hours. I'm sure that's going to happen.
Probably see it from space. I'll probably feel the shockwave over here in England.
But anyway, on a latter note, I believe that to be the end of our podcast. Is that right, Mecca?
Ah, you call me Mecca. Wow, thank you.
No problem, Nemi.
I can't catch a break. But yes, that is the end of our show for this week, and I hope you've all enjoyed the show. Nartrix, I want to thank you for helping me out in presenting this week's show and for being a guest, and I hope, and I definitely, this is utmost confidence, you are going to be in future episodes. No doubt about that.
Can't wait to get started, and I'm glad I was able to help you out.
All right. This has been Nemesis Pony, and we'd like to bid you all a great day and goodbye. Nartrix, if you'd like to give your shout-out goodbyes as well.
So long, farewell, on Vida saying goodbye. Yeah, that's about it. Anyway, have a nice day, everybody, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Goodbye.